Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the free-to-play LR Babidi that has a standby skill into Majin Vegeta. Now I'm really excited they decided to make this guy a standby skill into Majin Vegeta. I was a little worried about where they were going with this guy, just because we've already seen a Babidi in Buu, we've already seen a Babidi in Deborah, all in free-to-play LRs, so to get yet another free-to-play LR with Babidi in like one of his minions again, or like Buu or something like that, I wouldn't have really liked to see that. I think there are much better options. And I mean, technically, it's just a straight up Babidi, which is even less hype. But of course, the standby skill into Majin Vegeta, I mean, it's pretty sick. And look at this card art too. This is crazy. So I do really like this choice. I think that was probably the best way they could have done it, especially because this guy actually is pretty good. He is going to get an easy A during part 3. And I think once he gets his easy A, that's when he's actually going to be like really, really good. But for now, he's just, I mean, he's all right. He's pretty good considering he's a free-to-play LR, and he doesn't have his easy A, which he will obviously be getting. So, yeah, before we get into the showcase, though, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to the Cell Max test or the unit breakdown, then absolutely feel free to do that. And, yeah, let's just get right into it. So, starting off on this first rotation, we are going to have 3 out of 7 links active. So, not really the best turn in terms of his links, but in terms of support, we got the support from the Turles. And, I mean, that is pretty much it. But, yeah, right here, we're at 212k start of turn defense. Now, that's not really the craziest start of turn defensive stat, but there is a couple of things to keep in mind. Like, right here, we do have, oh, crap, we're not going to be able to get an 18-key super. All right, well, you know what? Let's just show his 12-key animation in the video, just to, again, get it in the video. I mean, why not? But, yeah, as I was saying, there are other things to keep in mind. He does get 50% defense on his 12 and 18-key super attack. So regardless of which one you get, you are getting that extra 50% defensive buff. He is also getting a extra 30% attack and defense on super attack if you're facing a, I think, extreme class enemy, which we don't have right here, but I mean, still, that is something he can have. Not going to mention his damage because both those attack stats were extremely low, but we did get the double super, so we got the double 50% defensive raise. So our defense right there was like, what? A little over 400k? Which is pretty good. I mean, a little over 400k defense on a free-to-play LR, considering this was a pretty bad rotation. Actually, that is kind of bad. A little over 400k defense with no guard or anything like that. But, I mean, he's going to get an easy A, so, I mean, he's going to be a lot better. I think this guy actually starts to become really good, though, once you, like, you kind of take into consideration what he's doing, and then once you do the standby skill. So, some other things this guy does is he does actually support extreme class allies as well. It is only 20% attack and defense for now, but that could easily get bumped up to 30-40% attack and defense with an easy A. And if they really want to be nice, they can give him key support as well. I don't think it would be like 3 key. It would probably just end up being like 1 or 2 key. But if he's supporting all extreme class allies for 2 key and then 30% attack and defense, which is pretty realistic, I think that is something we might actually see. That is really useful for a free-to-play LR, just because it helps him work on all these teams, which, I mean, he doesn't actually have that many teams. So it just kind of helps him work out on all the teams he does have. So I do think that is really useful. And another thing this guy has is dodge. It's only a medium chance, but it'll still help you, right? I mean, I don't know. I guess most of the difficult events do cancel dodge. Well, a couple of them, not most, but still, you'll be able to make some use out of it. Anyway, though, right here, we're at 286k defense, so big jump up. And yeah, we got 6 out of 7 links active. We have double support. So just a very good rotation right here. And we are going to be able to get a full 24-key super. So just a crazy rotation with him. So we'll go ahead and we'll show this rotation. And then next time we see him, I think we're going to have the standby skill. So we'll use that, and then we'll take him versus Cell Max, which I don't really know how well he's going to perform there. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's going to be anything too crazy in there. But again, I mean, you know, he still is getting an easy A. But a 4.3 million attack stat, yeah, not really that good. Because defensively right here, we're only at, we were at 280k defense, around that. So we got an extra, okay, so, yeah, we were over 400k defense right there. That's not bad, because if we got the double super too, we could have been approaching 600k defense. I mean, and with dodge, support, we have the chance to stun, and then we got the chance to seal. I guess considering all of that, that is pretty good for a non-easy A free-to-play LR that is getting an easy A, but I don't know. That is also something I want to talk about. So on his 12-key super attack, he has a medium chance to seal. think this is the... yeah, this is the only guy to do that, I think. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's any other unit that has a medium chance to seal, or even a chance to seal in general. I'm pretty sure all of them just get guaranteed seals. I don't know, I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But anyway, we have the active, or not the active skill, the standby skill right here. So we are going to get the animation to see Majin Vegeta. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop this. I mean, pretty basic, nothing too crazy, but it looks pretty good. It's pretty fast as well, but yeah, anyway, so right here, we're at 239k start of turn defense. So a couple things to keep in mind with this guy is that he can't super. So this is like the Spirit Bomb Goku, the Majin Buu Saga LRs on the, the 8th year anniversary. It's kind of similar to their standby skill, to where the Spirit Bomb Goku, he can't attack unless you're doing the finish attack. And when he does that, he's going to do a lot of damage. This guy is still going to be doing a lot of damage with that. I don't know if he's going to do as much as the Goku on his, just because this guy obviously is a free-to-play LR and all that. So it's not really a fair comparison, but still, I mean, this guy is going to be hitting really hard with that finish attack. But a couple things this guy gets is 80% defense when ki is 12 or more. So that start of turn defensive stat right there. Keep in mind he got an extra 80% defense because we were obviously at 12 ki right there. He does reduce damage received by 30% when receiving an attack when ki is 15 or more. And obviously we were above 15 ki right there. So we do have the 30% damage reduction after we receive one attack. Which, okay, we dodged, but now after we receive that, we got 30% damage reduction. And then he does get 150% attack when performing a finish attack. Which is alright. We were very close to dying right there. Okay. That's alright. I mean, I don't know. That's not bad. Because, like, it's going to make his finish attack hit hard for sure. But, like, I don't know, compare that to the anniversary LRs who get like, what is it, 500% attack when performing the finish attack? Or at least that's what the Majin Buu Saga LRs do. So only having 150% is a little on the lower end, but of course he does get the easy, he is going to get an easy A, and I could see them bump that to like, I don't know, if they really want to be nice, 300%, but realistically I would say probably like 200% to 250%. But I mean, still, it's a pretty reasonable buff. There is a lot of things to take into consideration with this guy. This isn't just like a base stats unit. Like, of course, he does have a lot of like gimmicks with him that make him pretty good. I mean, right now, this guy isn't anything too crazy, but all right, so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to collect these key spheres, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use this, and yeah, let's go and play it. Yes, I mean, that really didn't do that much damage. I mean, you know, this is a good little bit of damage. It was like 2.4 million, but wasn't that crazy. And yeah, now unfortunately we are back to Babidi, which, you know, he's not amazing. He's pretty good considering he's doing, you know, support, dodging, all that, but you're going to get destroyed in a lot of the difficult events. However, Majin Vegeta would actually probably be able to survive some difficult events just because he has the damage reduction. And then, of course, he does get a lot of extra defense in his kit. So what we'll do is we'll showcase this rotation right here. I guess we can just nuke with him, because why not? And then we'll cut to the Cell Max event. So hopefully we can get good key sphere luck right here. Okay, yeah, 18 key spheres. All right, that's fine. And in terms of our links, we do have him linked with the Dbz and the Cooler. So yeah, 7 out of 7 links. Perfect rotation for him right there. And let's go ahead and pop the World Tournament Announcer item. And then, yeah, let's just see what this guy's looking at. We got an amazing setup for him right here. I think defensively, I think I checked, I don't know, but we were probably around 250k defense. It's kind of his defensive level consistently throughout just him in the fight. I mean, he doesn't really get higher than that, at least in terms of the start of turn defense. But once you super attack, you know, you get like, what, 350k defense with the 30% chance to dodge, which isn't horrible. I mean, that, you know, it's not amazing, but that's not horrible. We did hit a 9.1 million attack stat right there, which is pretty good. but we did nuke with him, so of course that doesn't count towards his actual performance. I do think you should probably go full additionals with this guy, just to capitalize on the 50% defense he gets on super, just because that's so much defense, and he does, of course, get the 50% defense on 12 key, so every additional he's doing is just exponentially increasing his defense, and especially with his easy A, if they, okay, this is unlikely, but if they decide to bump the 50% defense, possibly to 100%, because, I mean, that's the next step, right? After greatly raising defense, it's massively raising defense, which is a 100% defensive buff. I mean, if he's doing that, then you're going to want to make sure you give him full additionals, because that is a very big defensive buff. But even if he doesn't get it, still 50% is massive, so you are going to want to capitalize on that and give him full additionals. But anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and cut into the Cell Max event and see how well he's performing in there. Okay, so we are here fighting Cell Max, and we've got a crazy rotation. We're going to have 7 out of 7 links. We've got support from the Deborah in slot 3, and just a good setup overall. We're going to take attacks after we super, so we are going to get the 50% defensive buff on our actual super attack effect. And also, because we are facing an extreme class enemy, we get another 30% attack and defense when performing a super attack. So just overall, a really good situation for him right here. We can actually exchange, or not exchange, I probably said that a couple times in the video. We can actually do the standby into Majin Vegeta. But, I mean, if we're tanking right here as Babidi, we're going to be tanking as Majin Vegeta. Because Majin Vegeta, of course, has even more defense and damage reduction, which is a lot more useful than what this guy has. But, alright, let's go ahead and see. So we are at a 5.27 million attack stat. Pretty good damage. I mean, we've got all those links active. Why did Deborah spit on Cell there? That was a very, very interesting place. Okay. Anyway, we got the double super as well, so, I mean, this is easily double digits from normals. But, are we going to get supered? Come on, super. Ah, no super, okay. Alright, well, we did take double digits from every single normal. I'm pretty sure we would have survived this super? I don't know, we double supered, so it's possible we would have survived. Okay, Cell Max just didn't super at all. Alright, well, what we'll do is we'll just, I guess we'll keep on playing. I already used both Ghost Ushers. We'll see if we could survive this turn right here, then we'll showcase the next turn and see if he could survive a super, but I feel like we're going to die right here. But anyway, double digits from Cell Max is still pretty impressive, especially considering he still has that easy A to get, and the easy A is going to, I mean, I would assume it would make him really good. Of course, they do have to do a couple things correct and not just completely fumble the easy A. I would say some notable changes would be maybe instead of 120% attack and defense start of turn, give him 150%. Obviously, as I was talking about earlier, bump the support from 20% to 30%. Maybe give him some key as well. And he does get the 30% chance to evade or to dodge when facing a super class enemy. I mean, you could just make that a high chance. I think that would be a pretty easy fix to make him really good. He could get an additional maybe 50% attack and defense when performing a super attack against a extreme class enemy. And then that's pretty much it for Babidi. But yeah, alright, well, we died. We took over 1 million damage right there. So let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. I think overall he performed pretty well there, so I'll just keep it at that. Okay, so here we have Energy to Fulfill Ambitions, Babidi. Now, starting off with his leader skill, it is Inhuman Deeds, category Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 80%. Now, I'm pretty sure with his easy A, this is going to go up to 100%. I'm not too sure. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up the previous LR, the free-to-play LR from last year. And what did his go up to? Oh, 120%. Okay, so this is most likely going to go up to 120% HP attack and defense to Inhuman Deeds. Does he get 4 key or is it still 3 key? I know it is 3 key. Although he's Hybrid Saiyans and Joined Forces. Was he both categories before his easy? Yeah, he was. All right. So it's pretty much confirmed this is just going to be Inhuman Deeds. I don't think he's going to gain another category, but this is probably going to go up to 120%, which can be pretty useful for free-to-play players or new players. And his super attack is that he gets 50% defense for 1 turn, and then causes colossal damage with a medium chance of sealing. I talked about that earlier. It's a little bit weird that he has only a medium chance to seal, but I guess it's still better to have it. And on his 18 key super attack, he gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, and then has a medium chance to stun. And then on his passive, he gets 3 key, and then 120% attack and defense. He gives extreme class allies 20% attack and defense, and then he has a medium chance of evading enemies' attack when there is a super class enemy. And then he gets an additional attack and defense plus 30% when performing a super attack when there's an extreme class enemy. So not really too much going on. They've got a lot of room to add stuff and improve upon stuff with his easy A. So as I said earlier, I think this guy has a really good skeleton for an easy A. I think he could be crazy. So yeah, pretty good passive. And then the condition for the standby skill is that it can be activated starting from the 4th turn. That is very easy to get. That's an amazing condition. And his links are Brutal Beatdown, Master of Magic, Majin Resurrection Plan, Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. His categories are Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Terrifying Conquerors, Inhuman Deeds, and Corroded Body and Mind. So that is a bad thing. He's not on that many teams. But, I mean, like, you know, Majin Buu Saga is pretty good. I think that's probably where you're going to be running him majority of the time. So, yeah, but moving on to the Majin Vegeta part of this guy. He doesn't super attack at all, so he doesn't have any super attack effects. His passive is that he cannot perform a super attack unless he's doing the finish attack, or he can't attack in general unless he's performing the finish attack. He gets 3 ki and defense plus 120%. Then he gets 80% defense within the same turn after receiving an attack when ki is 12 or more. He reduces damage received by 30% within the same turn after receiving an attack when ki is 15 or more. And then he gets 150% attack when performing a finish attack. So same thing with this passive as the Babidi part of this guy. A lot to work on, a lot to improve. They can add a lot of stuff as well. So that is for sure really good. And with his finish stuff, it's just 15% attack per charge, or per, I guess, ki sphere you get. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you could just do it when you're at 30 ki spheres collected. His links do change though. Instead of having the other link set, now it is Super Saiyan, Majin Resurrection Plan, Saiyan Pride, Royal Lineage, Over in a Flash, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. Most of these are attack links though, so like most of the links that he changes into once he turns into Majin Vegeta, like Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, Royal Lineage, Over in a Flash, all that, those are attack links, and because this guy isn't attacking majority of the time, I don't really think it's that big of a deal to go out of your way to make sure you get these links active. But I guess it would technically make the finish attack do more damage, so I mean it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but still, I mean, you know, I'm just trying to say that it doesn't really matter what team you have him on. As long as you just got a good setup for him and got people that will survive, you should cook with this guy. So, yeah, I mean, that pretty much is the video. Let me know what you think of this guy down in the comments. Let me know what you think his Easy A could look like. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.